Hello everyone, how are you? Doing good? Okay. Hopefully we could continue with our question paper discussion. Okay. Now we could say which one of the following is an activity of unorganized sector? What are the activities are there generally? What are the activities? Organized and unorganized. Based upon the economic activity. See, we have got some types. How can you classify primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector? Under what basis it is classified? Under what basis it is classified? No, based upon the employment. No. No. You see in the textbook it is clearly mentioned over there. Based upon see, generally we have got classifications. Okay, based upon the mode of employment, you will have organized and unorganized. Okay, so primary sector, tertiary sector, and secondary sector. These three things are classified based upon condition of condition of work. How come it comes over there? Okay, find out. There are three types, and based upon the nature, you have got public sector and private sector. Based upon the ownership, you have got public sector and private sector. Public sector is all about government. Public sector, it is non-profitable in nature. They are not expecting any kind of profit. It is a way to serve people, like that. Private is private, always, like private hospital, they will charge more. Okay, so that is the difference we have. Coming to the question now, unorganized sector. Here you will have to say which activity. I am going to say 4 different activities. Which is coming under this unorganized, you will have to say now. Now, a teacher teaching in a school, is it organized or unorganized? Organized. Okay, teacher in a school is organized. Okay, we have paid holidays. Okay, we have got see, you cannot say it's a government school or private school. That is something different. Private school அப்படின்னும்போது you will have some how others government school teachers இருக்கோ அந்த privileges இல்லாம இருந்தாலும் to some extent we have. Okay, in terms of salary we will have difference. ஒரு government teacher க்கு that is said to be the perfect organized sector. They have got maternity leave, they have got private holidays. Okay, I mean paid holidays, gratuity, okay, job security, everything. Okay, as per the definition in the book, they have all the privileges, but a teacher teaching in a school is a organized sector. Now, a worker going to the work in a big factory, that is also organized. Big factory in the sense you are working for Amazon. Amazon la work பண்ற ஒரு tech park la work பண்ற அப்படினா it's a organized sector. Where you will have companies la work பண்றவங்களுக்குமே maternity leave இருக்கு. Okay, paid holidays, Saturday Sunday compulsory holiday. They are not cutting wages for that. அதுக்காகலாம் salary reduce பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. Do you understand? Compulsorily weekend is a holiday, and beyond that they have got one that is called casual leave, CL, casual leave. They could take that. So wherever you could find all these privileges can be categorized under organized sector. Understood? In terms of big factory or in a factory also, they will follow factory rules. Okay, so that is also an organized sector. And a doctor treating his patients in hospital, that is also organized. Okay, doctor automatically it is organized. So now a daily wage laborer working under a contractor, unorganized. Okay, so option D is said to be unorganized. Here a daily wage laborer, he will be working under a contractor. So where it is purely dependent on the contractor, how much he has to pay him, how long he has to work here, the worker has to work here. Okay, what sort of benefits should be given, timing fixation, everything. The contractor no need to follow any kind of government guidelines. Do you understand? அவனோட இஷ்டம் அந்த மாதிரி வேலை வாங்கலாம். So that is unorganized. Okay, now who among the next question, who among the following takes the decision regarding savings and loan activities in the self help group, SHGs? Who will take major decisions? Major decisions in SHGs, will be taken purely by its, purely by its members. Okay, the members, they take major decisions. Understood? No, not anybody. Okay, no external force will take, but they are, they can avail loans from the bank, but bank will not take follow-up actions. Only the members have to take. Okay. Now the other question: consider the following statements on power sharing and choose the correct option. Okay. Now, imposing the will of majority community over others. What is that? What is that? Imposing a will of majority. It comes under majoritarianism. But what was the question? Following statements on power sharing and correct option. It is not power sharing arrangement. Power sharing nale vera. Majoritarianism will not come under power sharing. Okay. So that is not correct. And it helps in reducing the possibility of conflict between two social groups. That is true. Apo you could say statement 2 is correct. Okay. Then what is statement 3? We will see. Power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of political order. Power sharing helps, in case of stability of political order. Political order stable ah irukonna power sharing panano. True or false? True. Okay. So statement 2 and then 3 is also true. Then what about statement 4? It brings socio-political opposition among parties. Opposition among parties nale power sharing kandipa pannadu. It always, it always do the good things for the people. Understood? So statement 1 and 4 is wrong. 2 and 3 is correct. It helps in reducing possibility conflict between two social groups. It comes under enna madriyana power sharing arrangement adu. Prudential power sharing arrangement. Okay, it's the very spirit of democracy na moral. Now the other question, two statements are given in the question below. Okay, assertion: political parties are important in the functioning of democracy. True or false? Political parties are important in the functioning of democracy. Democracy la political parties are very important. What about this? True. Okay, in case of a democratic government, you need a political party to oppose, to form and run the government. They have got lot of responsibilities in a democratic government. Understood? So democracy அப்படினாலே அங்க என்ன இருக்கணும்? என்ன இருக்கணும்? Political parties கண்டிப்பா இருக்கணும். Then the reason, media plays an important role in the making of political parties. ஒரு political party எப்படி மேக் ஆகுறது? Media plays an important role. It is false. Media cannot make political parties. It is about the people. நம்ம தான் political partyக்கு மிகப்பெரிய strength. Understood? So media cannot play. Media can just display what is happening, what is what. அதான் மீடியாவோட purpose. Media cannot do anything. Okay, it's a medium அவ்வளவுதான். Understood? Now, so the option is C. A is true, but R is false here. Now the other question. Okay, E-programming. What do you know about this E-programming? It's a match the following. E-program. Where you have learnt about this? E. Electronic programming. Information and technology. Where it will come? Factors of, okay. Factors of globalization. Factors enabled technology la paakala. Adha taandi concurrent list. No, concurrent list liya varum E-programming. Tertiary sector, okay, service sector nu pesna adu, but concurrent list la varuma? No, it comes under residuary. Already I have told you. Okay, how the powers are divided between central and state government? How the powers are divided between central and state government na, you should say, okay, union list, state list and concurrent list. Concurrent list where both the governments can make law. Okay, now the last one is called residuary. When we have divided the power between central and state government, by that time there were no information and technology. ஏன்னா IT ரொம்ப இந்தியாவில் மிகப்பெரிய பூம் கொடுத்தது after 2000 அப்புறமா தான். But when we have created constitution, it was in the year around 1950 இல்ல, அப்போ அப்படி கிடையாது. Understood? So அதனால அப்பவே நம்ம ஒரு லிஸ்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டோம். It is called residuary power. Okay, residuary power na whatever in the forthcoming days, upcoming days la enna technology varudho, those things will be listed in residuary. Residuary na NGA, what நம்ம எதெல்லாம் கிளாஸிஃபை பண்ணலையோ அதெல்லாமே ரெசிஜுவரி லிஸ்ட்டில் வரும். அந்த லிஸ்ட்டில் இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் வில் take care of full power. Understood? That is called residuary. So e-programming, IT, இதெல்லாமே will come under residuary list. Is it clear? Now police will come under state list. What are the other lists? In state list, what are the other subjects? Police, okay, trade, and then commerce, okay, like agriculture and irrigation, it's very important, okay, agriculture and irrigation, all these, okay, state list in the sense police, Tamil Nadu police, Karnataka police, Kerala police, like that. Now education will come under concurrent list. It is not given in your book, but still you need to know education is in concurrent list. Understood? Both state government and central government have got power to make, but concurrent the thing is, whatever the state government fight, it won't happen because central government have got majority support in the states of education la. அதனால தான் we cannot, Tamil Nadu cannot cancel NEET because it is implemented all over India முழுக்க பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. You cannot simply, a particular state cannot cancel it. அதனால தான் ஒருவேளை education if it is there in state list, நம்மளோட இஷ்டத்துக்கு நம்ம மாற்றலாம். நம்ம என்ன ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் நம்ம பீப்புள் என்ன டிசைட் பண்ணுறாங்களோ based upon our people's opinion, we can keep NEET, we can lift NEET, எல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். But now we can't do anything. Not only we, no state is eligible or authorized to do anything because it is in concurrent list. Automatically இதில் ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து டிஸ்கஷன் வந்தாலும் the decisions taken by the central government will prevail. அவங்க சொல்கிறதா நடக்கும். ஓகே, see, அவங்க சொல்கிறதா நடக்கும்ன்ற பட்சத்தில் it is not unitary form of government. They are telling it for the wellness of the people. அவங்களுக்கு தனியாக இப்போ CBSE இருக்குன்னா it's a separate council. They will sit thoroughly, they will discuss, okay, which can be prescribed for the children, like that they will decide. Okay, அப்போ அது நல்லதுன்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெளிவாக, if they have got the proof, understanding everything, they will not change it. Okay, what do you think about your opinion? NEET should be there or it shouldn't be? It should be. Okay, actually it's a good idea. Then in case of defense, in which list it will come? Defense always union list. Okay, it comes in union list. Ma, concurrent list, what are the other subjects, you tell me? Forest will come under concurrent list because both central government and state government should take care of the forest. Okay, then marriage, adoption and succession, these three together you write. Okay, marriage, adoption and succession, concurrent list. And then in case of defense, and then banking, foreign affairs, then currency, communication, all these will come under, because it should be like a uniform throughout the country. நாடு முழுக்க ஒன்று தான் இருக்கணும், அதனால we have got this union list. Okay, இதெல்லாமே central government தான். Foreign affairs na you cannot separately have connection with US. No, that is not possible. ஏன்னா central government la we have got cabinet ministers, அவங்களுக்கு ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கு foreign minister, external affairs minister இருக்கார்ல, is eligible to talk with any kind of foreign forces on behalf of India. Though we are citizens of India, we are not authorized. புரியுதா? No separate status, but they can do trade. Doing trade is different. Talking official things is not permitted. Okay, so do you understand? It's very important. Now moving on to the next question, which one of the following countries have one party system? One party system. Okay, China, it is one party system. What about two party system? Two party system. Teacher, an idiotic fellow, are you sleeping or what? Two party system, UK and USA. So generally in UK and USA, what kind of parties you could find? Labour Party, Conservative Party. Okay, it's there right in the textbook. Yeah, two-party system UK and USA. What about multi-party system? India. Okay. Now, read the following statements and choose the correct option. You will have to choose the correct option now. Okay. There is no official religion in India. True. Okay, it's true. Okay. So we have got, there is no official, our Indian country had never promoted any one particular religion or the language. Okay. We are using it. English and Hindi is used for official purposes. Okay. We didn't give national language, நம்ம எந்த ஸ்டேட்டஸும் எந்த லாங்குவேஜ் கொடுக்கல. National religion நம்ம எதுவுமே சொல்லல. That is the reason why India is called as, since it is not supporting one particular religion, it is called as secular country. Secular state no சொல்லலாம். Sometimes we call a country as a state. Okay, civics law. Okay, now that is true. Communities have freedom to profess and practice their religion. True. Okay, that privilege is given to people like us. We can practice, we can profess, we can propagate. Understood? See, being, for example, it is my work time. I'll have to come do my work. Maybe post 6, I can do whatever I want. Okay, I can speak about my religion. I can speak about Jesus Christ. I can organize meetings anywhere. Maybe in front of Gudiyatham town bus stand, Gudiyatham bus stand, or in front of this, Channangapam, or wherever is possible, wherever I could conduct a meeting, I can conduct. I can speak about Jesus Christ. I can say that He is the only God, He is the only living God. I have got the right. Similarly, each and every one of us have got rights to talk about their own religion. Is it clear? So nobody has got the rights to stop us. Okay, if they stop us, where we could go? We could go to Supreme Court directly. Okay, nobody could give punishment based upon this ground. But we'll have to make sure that it is like harmonious. It should not, it should not create trouble to the people, those who live there. Purida, but we can profess, practice and propagate. Panla. That is also there. State helps communities by giving aid to educational institutions run by them. State helps communities, nariya communities, religious communities, by giving aid to educational institute. அந்த மாதிரி different religionக்கு பணம் கொடுக்குறாங்களா அப்படின்னு கேட்குறாங்க. Institutions run by them, they are giving. Okay, நிறைய Christian schools பார்த்துருப்பேன், management. Okay, திருவள்ளுவர் ஸ்கூல் பார்க்குறேன். Okay, it's a government aided. The teachers are getting government salary because the government is giving particular share to run the schools. Okay, so government aided, national school, இதெல்லாமே aided school. Understood? So they are getting amount from the government because they have started na என்கிட்ட இப்போ some crores இருக்கு இல்லை. Okay, for example, some crores are there with me, so the government will also help me. Okay, அந்த மாதிரி. So it helps. ஏன்னா ஸ்கூலில் ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம், so many children can come and read, so that is also true. Understood? Now the fourth one, India believes in theocracy. What is theocracy? Democracy is all about people. Theocracy na religious மதம் சார்ந்த அடிப்படையில் இருக்குல்ல, அதான் தியோக்ரஸின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கிடையாது. Only we are following democracy. So the fourth one is not there. Okay, that is false. 1, 2, 3 are there. Now, which one of the following countries have the highest participation of women in their national parliament? Okay, Scandinavian countries and or Nordic countries. Then what are the countries, you tell me now? Okay, Finland, Norway, Sweden. So where you could find lot of women representation is almost higher when we compare with other countries. Okay, we are speaking 1000, but still there is no equal representation of women in India. Who is the only lady CM in India now? Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is the only lady CM. What did you say? Kumudava. Nirmala Sitharaman is the minister. Okay, she is the cabinet minister. She is playing a vital role in India. She is the finance minister now. What was the previous ministry? Defense. Okay, she is the only first women to serve as the permanent ministers in these two category. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி எந்த விமனும் இல்லை. Okay, she has made history. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி டெம்பரவரியா 2 முறை இந்திரா காந்தி இருந்திருக்காங்க, ஃபினான்ஸ் அண்ட் டிஃபென்ஸ், பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் a very important ministries to deal with. Okay, Now, what is the other? Treaty of Constantinople. What you could say? When Treaty of Constantinople? It's a question and answers 2 marks. 1832. Treaty of Constantinople, which recognized dash as an, which recognized Greece as an independent nation. Okay. Now, so you can write about it. Hey, who was the Lord who had helped in the Lord Byron? He had collected funds. Why Greece has got widespread help? It was said to be the cradle of European civilization. Okay. All those you could say. So it was under the Greece was under the control of Ottoman Empire. Okay. Now the other question, explain any 2 efforts taken by Government of India to modernize agriculture. How they have modernized agriculture? Huh? So you could say, how come? How? Rabi crops are sown in winter. Rabi crops are, okay, for example, how did they modernize? What are the 2 efforts? See, you could say PAIS, KCC, Kisan Credit Card, all those, okay. And in case of, loans, cheap and, cheap credit is available everywhere. Minimum, no, minimum support price will not come, na? HYV seeds, okay, use of HYV seeds, okay, modern inputs, fertilizers, subsidy, giving subsidy, okay, all those, giving subsidy on fertilizers, உரம் சொல்கிறோம்ல அந்த உரத்தெல்லாம் வாங்கி போடுறதுக்கு சப்சிடி கிடைக்கும், okay. So that is also a way in modernizing the agriculture. Now tell me about the our question they have asked about Rabi crop. Rabi crop என்ன சொல்லலாம்? Rabi crop, what do you mean by Rabi crop? It is sown in winter, okay, winter அப்படினா between, whenever you talk about Rabi, sown in winter, harvested between October and December, okay, and are harvested in spring. Rabi crops are dependent on winter rainfall and irrigation. Obviously these Rabi, it's a winter crop now, so it is dependent on winter rainfall. Okay, so what are the generally what kind of crops are there in Rabi? Wheat you could say, barley, gram, peas and mustard, okay, all these you could say. What is the election commission? The next question, explain the role of election commission. What generally they do? What generally they do? The commission is responsible for maintaining the register of political parties, okay, and granting them recognition as state and national parties based on their, based on their eligibility criteria. Do you understand? Number 1, all the political parties must be registered with election commission, right? So whenever they give the registration to the political parties, then they would be called as recognized political parties, okay. Just like that, gathering people and telling it is a political party will not, it sounds really awkward, okay. So that is not good. So the political parties must be registered with election commission. Those registered parties are called recognized political parties. So registration work they will have to do. Number 2, the commission also monitors the financial and organizational aspects of political parties and ensure that they adhere to the guidelines and regulations set. The guidelines, regulations will be given by the election commission during election days, and also they will have a keen observance on how much money they are spending, what are the areas, whether they are obeying it or not, because during election days we should not do the propaganda inside the temple or any religious place. We should not go and do there, and we should not spend too much of money, we should not bribe people. So all those, whether the guidelines are followed or not, they will check, okay. You can write, okay, on your own what are the functions of election commission. Now how to create more employment in rural areas? How could you? Huh? Creating more employment in rural areas. How it could be done? Number one, developing infrastructure. You can develop the infrastructure, right? Like you can, construct roads, water supply, electricity, okay, all those. Okay, you must develop infrastructure. Number two, skill development. You can give a kind of training, skill development. Understood? Providing training and skill development. Number three, entrepreneurship. Number four, you can also expect government schemes. Okay, government schemes. Okay, the government has launched several schemes like PMAI, MGNREGA and Startup India, okay, and to aim create employment opportunities. Understood? How to create employment abdina? You should not straight away write MGNREGA. That is one of the points. Understood? If you cover all these four, you could get 2 marks. It's a 2-mark question. Okay, under the government scheme you can write PMAY, Yojanas, different schemes, MGNREGA and Startup India, all those. Entrepreneurship in the sense encouraging entrepreneurship and providing support for the micro, small and medium enterprises. Then skill development, employability of the rural youth. You can give some training programs and all those. Understood? This is how you could develop employment opportunity over there. எதுமே பண்ணாம வேலை நிறைய வந்துறணும் அப்படினா வராது. Okay, it won't come like that. See, examine any 3 effects of print culture. What generally you do? What are the effects they have made? Print culture. What are the effects have made by them? What are the effects they have made? Generally you say, number one, to spread ideas. Print helped in spreading ideas. எனக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்கு, அது எல்லார்கிட்டயும் பரப்பணும். நான் போய் சொன்னா முடியாது. அப்போ ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகும். பட் பிரிண்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப இட் ஃபெசிலிட்டேட்டட் ஸ்ப்ரெடிங் ஐடியாஸ் வெரி மச். நம்பர் 2, ஃபார்மேஷன் ஆஃப் பப்ளிக் ஒப்பீனியன். பப்ளிக்கோட ஒப்பீனியன் என்ன அப்படின்றதும் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி பிரிண்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தோம். Now rise of nationalism, that's very important because printing helped many revolutionaries to spread their ideas, to rebel against the monarchical form of government. So upon nationalism come printing which paved a way. Understood? All those you could write. And 26th question, why do we call tourism as a trade? ஏன் tourism நம்ம சொல்றோம்? Maybe அது இப்போ deleted ல வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Okay, so let us not worry about it. Deleted. Yeah, tourism is deleted actually. National income ல வருதுல. Explain the importance of transportation in the economic development. How transportation? Okay, it helps in the migration of people. It facilitates the movement of. அப்படி இது நீ ஜெனரலா சொல்ல டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட்டேஷனாலே it facilitates. What it does, whenever you talk about transportation, it helps in the it helps in the movement of goods and people. Generally goods and people, which is essential for trade and commerce. So first goods and people movement la irundha mattum dhaan trade என்ற ஒரு விஷயமே நடக்கும். அப்போ in order to do trade, transportation is much needed. Understood? Now efficient transportation system can reduce transportation cost, improve access to markets, competitiveness of industries, all those. Transportation also creates employment opportunities and contributes to the development of infrastructure. Generally இதுவுமே deleted தான். Yes, இது ரெண்டுமே tourism அண்டதுல. Formal source of credit, what is the difference? Formal and informal source of credit. It refers to those sources that are regulated by the government and are subject to legal requirements and formalities. regulated by government nanda it is formal. It is not regulated by na informal. Example solunga. Banks, cooperatives, SHGs இதெல்லாமே formal. Informal அப்படின்னா money lender, friends, relatives, okay, finance அந்த மாதிரிலாம் சொல்லலாம். family, சரி family, okay, all those informal. Most important thing here it is collateral and there it is not required, okay. Rate of interest is very important, okay. In case of formal it is very less, but whereas in informal they will squeeze you. In modern democracies, power sharing arrangements can take many forms. What are the forms? In modern democracies, power sharing, we could say it in so many ways. எப்படியெல்லாம் சொல்லலாம்? Number 1, power sharing நாலே federalism. You could talk about federalism. You know very well what is federalism? Sharing of power, okay. The power is shared, involves sharing of power between central and state government. Central and state government ku idaiyila power share pandrathu, it is called as federalism. It is also a modern power sharing technique. And number 2, decentralization you could say, okay, and coalition government. This is also a kind of power sharing arrangements, or generally you could say the power is shared among different political parties. Political parties mein a kind of power sharing da. Understood? Now devolution, they have used some word devolution. Here the devolution is all about devolution involves the transfer of power from the central government to the local government, okay. Can be told as decentralization sollalaanga, okay. Why is the issue of sustainability important for development? Why sustainability is important for the development? First, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு question வருதுன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, you don't know how to answer it correctly, but you know what is sustainability, no? You write the definition first, okay. So sustainability is nothing but, okay, so you know the development takes place. How the development takes place? Because it ensures without compromising the needs of the future, okay. Development should take place without compromising the needs of future. Future la namakku theva adu compromise panakudadu, okay. So sustainable development irunduchuna namakku enna irukum, balancing economic, social and environmental considerations irukum, okay. Sustainability illa appadina serious repercussions irukum. What do you mean by repercussion? Consequences or impacts, repercussions romba severe ah irukum. அப்போ சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி இருந்துச்சுன்னா எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லுங்கள். எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் ஆஃப் சஸ்டைனபிள் டெவலப்மெண்ட் அப்படின்னா யூசிங் ரெனியூவபிள் சோர்ஸ், ஓகே. யூசிங் க்ரூட் ஆயில் எப்படிடா வரும்? க்ரூட் ஆயில் வில் நாட் கம், ஓகே. ரெனியூவபிள் ரிசோர்ஸஸ், when we use renewable resources it is called sustainable development. Organic farming instead of using fertilizers and all those, okay. So okay, we could say organic farming, ecotourism, then green belts, creating green belts, all those. Hey, generally who will create green belts? Generally who will? NTPC. What is NTPC? What is NTPC? National Thermal Power Corporation. Understood? Okay. How did business class relate to itself? Now you know, coming to detailed question, you know, civil disobedience movement, when it started? 1930. When generally? 12th March. Then 6th April they have completed it. Same in 1930 we have seen depressed class association was formed by Dr. Ambedkar. Depressed in the sense you should remember Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, okay. Hey, workers of Assam, the next question. So you can write about civil disobedience movement. Workers of Assam had their own understanding of Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. What was it? Could you tell? Whenever you talk about Assam, You should know Inland Immigration Act. Okay, all those. So generally those things can be done. Why is democratic government considered as legitimate government? You should know. Outcomes of democracy is a very important chapter. படிக்காம இருக்கக்கூடாது. It's a small chapter, but it's very important. Known points ஆவே இருக்கும், but read. Otherwise you can't write anything. சும்மா simple you will write irrelevant answers. No, that is wrong. How is democracy is better form of any other government in comparison to dictatorship அப்படின்னா first you write dictatorshipல இருக்கிற demerits எழுது. Okay, then advantages of democracy. You can say 5 basic points are there, no? You write. State and prove how democracy is better அப்படின்னா you can say those 5 points. Okay, what are the 5 points? It promotes equality among citizens. Number 2, okay, it allows the people to take decisions. Then it promotes the dignity of the individual. Then it allows room to correct our own mistakes. Then right to speak. Provides method to resolve our conflicts. Okay, ஏதாச்சும் பிரச்சனை அப்படினாலும் நாமளே அதை we could resolve. That is the reason why we could say democracy is better than any other form of governments. Okay, so I think question paper would be very easy if you read everything. Okay, so we will see the remaining in the next class.